Today we are here to make some spice mixes that we will be using in our healthy eating and staying active as we age lesson 9 flavorful foods. We're going to be making our next spice mixture. Our next spice mixture is a curry mixture, and they are featuring that to go with our whole roasted chicken recipe. This is a mixture that you will want to rub on the chicken before you roast it. I would suggest, if your clients aren't familiar with curry, that perhaps you have them try it in a chicken salad or sprinkled in a chicken soup as well. That way they can adjust the amount of spice that's in there. We're going to start off with turmeric, and to make one recipe we are going to need, this is going to make 2 servings this time, and so for one recipe of the curry we're going to use 2 tablespoons of turmeric. So I'm just going to scoop in and level off. 1, 2. And this particular spice is what is going to give us our classic yellow color for our curry mixture. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of ground coriander. Coriander is actually the seed from the cilantro plant. 1 tablespoon of cumin, ground cumin. This is also used in our Tex-Mex blend. It's a nice warm spice. The next spice is going to be a ground mustard. We're going to use 1½ teaspoons, so it's a much smaller measure for this particular spice. It can be rather potent, so smaller amount of this. So 1. And a half teaspoons. Next up is ground cardamom. That's a really nice warm spice. Reminds me of fall. I love the way it smells. So cardamom, 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom goes into this recipe. Ground cloves, 1 1/4 teaspoons. This is a very classic warm fall spice that I like to use in teas and other warm dishes. 1½ teaspoons. Next up is our nutmeg. This is grated nutmeg, and we're going to use 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And finally, we have ground cayenne pepper. This is one that you can alter the amount that you use. The recipe calls for 3/4 teaspoon. You can adjust that to your preference or to your client's preference. So 3/4 teaspoon, we will use 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon measure to get that 3/4. My family in particular likes it a little less spicy, so I only use about 1/4 teaspoon. We will stir this all up. As you notice, it now has that nice warm orange yellow color that is classic for a curry. Use this to flavor your chickens or in any recipe that's calling for curry.